Well, we are in the woods currently, and we got two bikes and a special guest. We got Cage Ferris.
Hello.
And then me.
Hello there.
So the topic we're going to be discussing today is, well, suicide. And we're going to be doing it a bit different. Because personally, what I feel like, if you do it like a weird way, I guess, it might seem disrespectful. Like news broadcasts. Breaking news! It's like, I don't know. I know it's not supposed to be a report, but I feel like that's the best way you could really go about this, is to report on this, if that makes sense. Because I feel like any other way, it won't be as effective. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
You anything you want to say about it?
Not really, besides it's a struggle to go through. It's a lot of feelings you go through, and it starts with being depressed.
Yeah. That's a different topic, of course. I'm not going to steal someone else's idea for that, because, again, my topic's suicide, not depression or anything else. Alright, so the definition of suicide is an act of intentionally causing one's own death. Risk factors for suicide include mental disorders, physical disorders, or substance abuse, which is pretty common. Usually the most at risk is older people, around 50s or 70s, I believe. I'm trying to get this from memory. Is it 50s or 70s?
Yes.
Yeah, 50s or 70s. Common causes usually suicide for trauma, bullying, or depression. Of course, again, that's different topics. I'm not going to go too depth in it because other people are doing that. Warning signs. Two of the most common signs that someone is feeling suicidal is that they may eat less or tend to stay within the rooms more often. Personally, for what I did, well, not really. Well, yes, I did. Blah, mixing up words again. You can write suicide letters, wills, stuff like that is a pretty good sign of such. Prevention plans. Some activities to prevent suicide is gatekeeper training, someone who teaches people to identify individuals who are showing warning signs of suicide and risk. Suicide screenings detects individuals who may be having suicidal thoughts or behaviors and teach you warning signs that someone is having suicidal thoughts, mental hospitals, etc. Okay? Then we got coping skills. There's thousands of different coping skills, but it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Some are healthy and some are more harmful. While one person may do something that is fun for them in cooking, like working out, others may use something that makes them feel that they have control over the body. Like self-harm is always recommended to use a healthy coping skill rather than a harmful one. Because self-harm is not a good route to do that. Again, separate topic, not going to go too much into that. Harmful effects. While there are some harmful effects of suicidal ideation, some affect physical health and others affect mental health. Examples of suicidal ideation affecting physical health is self-harm, the act of purposely hurting your body, or the changing of eating habits. This may include taking small portions, starving yourself, or overeating. Examples of mental health effects of suicidal ideation and self-isolation is the act of avoiding any social interaction, including family, or struggling to get I'm mixing up words. I'm trying to go this through my head, but I'm mixing up words in my head. Maintainable amount of rest. I think that's what I was trying to get to. My brain is flatlining. Alright, so we could probably go to misconceptions and interesting facts. So, myth 1, talking about suicide increases the chance of someone will act on it. The fact is, talking about suicide may reduce rather than increase suicidal ideation. It improves mental health related outcomes and likelihood that someone will seek treatment. Opening this conversation helps someone find an alternative view of their existing circumstances. If someone is in a crisis or depressed, asking if they're thinking about suicide can help. So don't hesitate to start conversation. Doing so allows said person to understand despite how they feel. They're not alone. Again, you're not alone if you're experiencing this. Because I could probably bet around $100 or so, even though I don't have that money, I will get that money if I'm wrong. But I bet you there is someone in your life that will care. That dude does care. And that will listen to you. I bet you $100 right now. And you got a witness right here. That's my witness right here. You can back me up on that. I will bet $100. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I had a moment with Cage. People who talk about suicide are just Oh my lord. Another coping skill I'd probably add on to is humor. I personally use humor a lot to get past a lot of things. Even though it might be wrong at some situations, I will say humor is a pretty good way to do it. That's what I use personally. What do you use, Gage?
I use writing in a notebook of how you feel and giving it to someone that you can trust with.
Yeah.
Or go to someone like one of your best friends or your mom, dad. Talk to them about how you feel about it and how you feel personally and mentally.
And see, there again, as I said, there's like thousands of ways to do so. As I listed a couple. I mean, that's some good examples there too. Anyhow, I'm getting a little sidetracked again. Another myth is people who talk about suicide are just seeking attention. There's two sides to this, okay? One side is sometimes that's true, but most of the time it's usually true. People who die from suicide have often told someone about not wanting to live anymore, or that they don't see a future. It's always important to take that seriously when somebody talks about feeling suicidal. It's important to be kind and sensitive and ask direct questions, including, are you thinking about hurting yourself? Are you thinking about suicide? Do you have access to weapons or other objects to harm yourself? Then is there any way I can help you? Now, speaking from experience at least, it's a good way to feel known. So if you think someone is being this way, or if you know someone's this way, being there is going to help them a lot. And it helped me a lot too. Another myth that is suicide can't be prevented, which is it's a stupid one. Suicide is a preventable but unpredictable case. Most people who contemplate suicide often experience intense emotional pain, hopelessness, and other negative view of life or the future. Suicide is a product of genes, mental health, illnesses, and environmental risk factors. Oh my lord. I am mixing up words really bad. I'm trying to do this all on top of my head, but bleh. Interventions targeted to treat psychiatrical... Is that how you pronounce it? Psychiatric?
Yes.
Okay. And substance use illnesses can save lives, which absolutely can. Oh my god, I have a gnat or something in my nose that is itching the crap out of me. Are you having that too or something? Like, it is itchy. Alright, another myth is that people who take their own lives are selfish, cowardly, or weak, which is something I've heard too many times that is really disappointing. People don't die of suicide by choice. Often people who die of suicide experience significant emotional pain and find it difficult to consider different views or see a way out of their situation. Even though the reasons behind suicide are quite complex. Suicide is commonly associated with psychiatrical illnesses such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and substance use. Again, different topic. I'm not going to broach into it because... Broach. Ah, yes, the nice vocabulary of Mikhail Harrison. It sometimes makes no sense. Okay. So, another myth is that teenagers and college students are most at risk for suicide. Now, let me clear something out before someone's going to start assuming something. I am not saying they do not experience suicide too. I am saying that they're the group that is not most prevalent for that. Okay? The fact is the suicide rate for this age group is below the national average. The age groups with the highest suicide rates in the US are women 45 to 64 and men that is 75 and older, okay? Although certain groups may be higher at risk, suicide is a problem among all ages and groups. Again, not only for old people, it could be all across, but the most at risk is older people. Remember that, okay? Don't mix up my words, please. Another myth. Barriers on bridges, safe firearm storage, and other actions that reduce access to lethal methods of suicide don't work. No. Limiting access to lethal means of harm, such as firearms, is one of the most straightforward strategies to decrease chances of suicide. Many suicide attempts are as a result of impulsive decisions. Separating someone from lethal means could provide a person with some time to think before harming themselves. Remember that. What else? Oh yeah, another myth. All people who are suicidal are insane. No. Just no. The fact is, people with suicidal ideation are in pain, and such a message. We need to write down a little book of all the little words I mispronounced. You gotta this like little joke here. You gotta undersplain. It's proper, not proper. That's proper English. That's another good one. No. Oh my god, I need to quit the stupid jokes. Okay, the fact is, I'm going to be back on track. I'm getting off track, I'm sorry. Fact is, people with suicidal ideation are in pain and such as methods for dealing with that pain. While such coping methods are often uncanny, they tend to give a sense of calm or relief, even just a small amount of time. I don't know if that was a termite. That looks like a termite on me. You got anything on you?
No.
Because I'm getting crawlies all over my arms. They're everywhere. Like, ugh. I'm sitting on the grass directly, so it's kind of a little uncomfortable. Okay, think the other one. What's another one? Oh, another myth is people with amount of suicidal ideation should be placed in a mental ward, okay? The fact is, mental hospitals are only temporary and to keep you alive when there is, it's not a forever fix, okay? There are limited success rates in which whether they work or not. Patients often display worsening mental health after their stay, and they are patient health concerns due to possible neglection, abuse, and restraint without valid reason. Personally, when I was in a mental hospital, it helped, I guess. It was a good distraction from it, and it was more of a, what would it be? Like a militaristic, order.
Escape?
Well, not really. Not really. It's like it's a militaristic order. A schedule, or kind of like that. Or a pattern, a set schedule you have. Wake up at a certain time, do this at certain items. It's like, it gives you a road to base on, I guess, or something. Oh my god, I can't think of words. My brain power's all on thinking of this. Doing this. I don't know. I'm getting sidetracked again. Alright, where was I at? Another myth. Okay. Once someone decides they want to die, there is nothing you can do to stop them from doing so. Untrue. Suicidal ideation is often temporary in support of the right treatment. People who can be cured. But different people require different things. So not every treatment or all support will help certain people. Again, as I said, with coping skills, it's a lot of different ways to help. And that also includes symptoms. I mean, we'll get onto that later. I'm jumping ahead on myself. What's another one? Another one. Okay. Only people with mental health illnesses commit suicide. While mental health can be contribute... English is not my thing today. Contribute to suicidal thoughts is not the only possible factor. Things like trauma, situational stress, or substance use can also contribute. How do you pronounce this word I'm thinking of? Contribute? I screwed it up. Contribute. There you go. Today's not my day for English, folks. Yeah, this is why I'm going to German, man. Alright, and what's another myth? Another myth, if someone seems happier than usual, they're officially cured of any suicidal ideation. Not always the case. Sometimes it can mean the opposite. Sudden happiness after suicidal ideation could mean the person has made the decision to go through with it and may be closer to attempting suicide. Keep that in mind. Because happiness, a sudden surge of happiness is also a good indicator. There you go. He's helping me with, he's my moral support right now. He's my helper with words. I can't think of words right now. He's digging a little mound over here. A little project over here that he's doing. Alright, what's another one? Men and women attempt suicide at the same rate. It's not particularly true. Women can't... I got an ant. It's on me. He's traveling. He's doing his own little mission right here. He jumped off. Escaping. Where was I at? Okay. Men and women attempt suicide at the same rate, which is not particularly true. Women attempt suicide more often than men, but men tend to actually succeed in suicide more commonly due to lethal methods compared to women. Which usually means, like, men will basically actually do it, while women is more common with attempts, if that makes sense. What's another one? Is that all the myths? Okay, that's, I think, all of them I can think of. Other factors, like the biggest killer of men under 50 is suicide, which is pretty sad. And suicide affects families, friends, and even communities. Cyberbullying is emerging as a large cause of concern due to suicides. Financial issues or unemployment could cause suicidal ideation. LGBTQ. Oh my lord, I can't get that little words out.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And individuals of minority group face high amount of risk due to lack of support or discrimination, which is pretty high. People discharged from
Julian! I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
psychiatric care, often at a higher risk for suicide than weeks during following release. Is there any factors? I don't think so. Let's go to warning signs. As I said earlier, we'll list more real quick, as I was going to say earlier. Changing eating habits, changed sleeping habits, agitation, random fits of stress, withdrawing from friends, substance abuse, expressing they want to die, giving away prized possessions, which is a good one, loss of interest in things they enjoy, and decline in personal care. Is there any others you can think of, Cage?
Not off the top of my head right now, no.
Okay. How you can help someone with suicidal ideation. Minimize if possible, eliminate all access to possible hazards. Guns, knives, lighters, medication, chemicals, razor blades, etc. Allow them to vent if you need to. Or if they needed. Let me rephrase. Oh, worm. Cage found worm. Alright, let me rephrase. Allow them to vent if needed. Talking with someone can make them feel heard, seen, letting them know if they are not alone. Recommend the hotline or a therapist like 988. It's a pretty good one there. He's exploring. He's in his little adventure right here. There's a mosquito on the phone. Oh, that's a big old spider. Never mind. Hold on. Get over here, buddy. Get over here. Come on. Oh, nope. That's not what I want you to do. Come on. Up here. Hold on. I'm trying to get the spider for you folks if you like spiders. I can't get the spider to work with me. Come on. No, I guess not. I guess we got the worm still. If anyone likes worms. I don't know if anyone does. Alright. You want the worm back? There you go. Run time. What's some other ones? Recommend a hotline, a therapist, or never mind, I already said that. Talk to a trusted adult. It's great to have trust, and it's better to have a friend who's alive and well. Telling a trusted adult get you a friend or family, even a random person, if help is needed. That made no sense, probably. What was that strand of words? Do I have dyslexia? I feel like I have dyslexia, folks. I mix it up words really bad. See, this is why I need a script. Because if I don't have a script, I kind of just... bleh. Well, let's get the iPad up. That's what I've been using as a stand. Because what I'm going to show you, folks, is a PSA that we got. That my buddy Derek made. So here you go. Suicide is never the answer. Call 988 for help. And we got a QR code for you guys to scan. Well, if you got anything else to say, Cage, yourself?
No, not really.
Alright, well, that's all I got for you folks. That's it for Midnight Walk 33, and off we go.